All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Before we get started, do we have any emergency or priority traffic? All right, not hearing any. This is Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. The name is Robert, and I will be your net controller for tonight's net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic in the CQ Maritimes Room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also live streamed on my YouTube channel. Look for Rob VE1RMJ. That's Rob Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. And that's so that everyone can follow the net and participate in the chat room. All right. Amateurs will be called in by their province. When checking in, give us your call sign using proper phonetics, please. After all maritime stations have been called in, stations from outside the area will have a chance to check in. A reminder that due to a delay in the system, please key up for a second or two before transmitting, and leave the PTT on for a second after you're done transmitting. All right, before we begin, are there any announcements for the net? All right, hearing none, we will now take anybody on short time, so short time stations only.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot. Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee. Victor Echo 9, Mike Oscar, Malcolm. Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa.
GUY and VE9MO. Was there any other short time stations?
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa. Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
VY2 Golf Foxtrot. George, come on in.
Well, good evening, Robert, and everybody on the net. Well, it was a nice day here, and oh, by the way, I'm coming through Charlottetown. So, anyway, grocery day tomorrow, so Robert down in the valley will be happy to know that. So, hope everybody's a good week, and we look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
VY2 Golf Foxtrot, VE1RMJ. Okay, George, well, thanks for coming in, and have a good evening, 7-3. Next we go to VE1 Golf Uniform Yankee. Joe, come on in.
Oh, good evening, Robert. Good evening to all on frequency here on the Fusion Net here tonight. I'll give you a quick mark here for the book. Got something I got to do, so I'm running a little shade late. So anyway, thought I'd do that in a hurry. So thanks for calling in. VE1GUR going clear.
VE1GUI, VE1RMJ. All right, Joe, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening, 7-3. Next, VE9 Mike Oscar. Malcolm, come on in.
VE1RMJ, VE9 Mike Oscar Mobile. Just in town here, picking up the sun. Anyway, I won't hold it. I just thought I'd check in and put a bean in the pot, as they say.
7-3 to all, and hopefully everyone has a great rest of the week. VE9 Mike Oscar Mobile. VE9MO, VE1RMG. Okay, Malcolm, thanks for checking in. Sorry, I didn't notice you were mobile there. Have a good evening, 7-3. And next on the list is Victor VA6 Fox Papa Francis. Come on in.
VE1 RMJ for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6SP. Good evening to you, Robert, and good evening to everyone back home in the Maritimes. Just a quick check-in. Got a meeting I got to get to, so I do appreciate you allowing us to check in early. We'll say 7-3 all around. Hope everyone has a great week and stay safe. VE1 RMJ from VA6SP.
Of A6FP VE1RMJ. Yeah, thanks for checking in, and you have yourself a good evening. 7-3. Just trying to find my log here. Here we go. All right, so that's it for short time stations. So let's go to PEI first. Any stations from PEI that would like to check in, please call now. Looking for PEI stations wishing to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Please call now. Okay, hearing nothing, we're going to go to New Brunswick stations. Any New Brunswick stations that would like to check in, please call now.
V9 Mike Whiskey.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Okay, so far I have VE9 OSK, VE9 MTV, VE9 CUB. Any other New Brunswick stations?
Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9 AI. V9 Mike Whiskey. Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
Okay, we added VE9 Alpha India, and I did have you in there, Mike Whiskey pop there. So sorry if I missed saying that. Any other New Brunswick stations?
Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie Sierra, VE9 GCS. 9 Papa Alpha Lima.
We added VE9 PL and VE9 GCS there. So we're going to go to the top of the list here, and we're going to call in Victor Echo 9 Mike Whiskey. Come on, Michael.
Good evening to you, and good evening to everybody else on frequency. I'd like to say good evening to Oscar and Ross and Paul there, coming up there behind me. Not too much to add here, just a check in for you, and I'd like to say 73s to everybody, and V9 Mike Whiskey, clear.
VE9, Mike Whiskey Whiskey, VE1 RMG. All right, Michael, thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, next is VE9 OSK. Come on in, Oscar.
VE1 RMJ, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Robert, and everybody on the net tonight. We're going through the Moncton repeater, of course, and good signal that everybody's coming in nice and loud here. Thanks for doing that, sir, and thanks for calling me in. 7-3 to all from Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
VE9 OSK, VE1 RMG. Okay, Oscar, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, next is VE9 MTV. Mike, come on in.
Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet with the Maritime Fusion Net VE9 MTV mobile. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to everybody on the net. Just a little message here. Not the first one you called in short time stations. There was at least 3 or 4 stations that I heard through the Moncton repeater here, and before Francis, that was Ross, Paul, and Mike Whiskey Whiskey, I think. But for some reason, you never heard them. They called at least 3 times after that, and I also. Sometimes you drop out, we don't hear you, and all of a sudden you come back. So we have some dropouts there somewhere. But I heard Francis and everybody else checking up on the Moncton Fusion repeater. So maybe I don't know if it's coming from your end, Robert, or not. But yeah, we had some dropouts there at the start. So anyway, yeah, be a beautiful day today, and just waiting for my wife to come out of the Mastermind Toys here, so thought I'd better check in before I missed the net there. So have yourself a good net. 7-3 to all, and hi to Paul and Ross there, and Mike and Francis also just ahead of us there. VE1 RMJ, VE9 MTV Mobile, 7-3.
VE9 MTV, VE1 RMJ. All right, Mike. Well, must be some connection issue there between the repeater and our server there. I didn't hear them, but I do have PAL on the list there. I got them on the 4th attempt, maybe that was. So hopefully those bugs will get worked out, and we'll be able to pick everybody up. Yeah, I never heard or seen them come up on the screen here or anything. So interesting. Oh, that stuff happens with the internet involved. All right. Yeah, thanks again, and have a good evening, 7-3. Next, we got VE9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Don, come on in.
Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo here on handheld. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to everybody else. Those that come here before us and those that come after us. No real information to convey. Just a simple check-in, say hi. Hope everybody's had a great week, but more importantly, has a good and safe week. So with that, I'll give it back to you, Rob. Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. This is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Thanks, Rob, for doing the net and calling me in.
VE9 CUB, VE1 RMJ. Okay, John, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, next is Victor Echo 9 Alpha India. Gary, come on in.
VE1 RMJ, net control, VE9 AI. Good evening to one and all. Nice day, and guess we're in for maybe a few wet days on the horizon. But one never knows till the day gets here. So, anyway, nothing great and wonders to report for this week, I guess. So, wish everybody a great week, and hope to see everybody next week. I'm back to net control. This is VE9 AI, Gary in Fredericton.
VE1 RMJ. Okay, Gary, well, thanks. yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, next is VE9 Golf Charlie Sierra. Ross, come on in.
Yeah, VE1 RMJ, good evening, Robert. VE9 GCS. No real traffic, just wanted to give you a check for the book. Hi to Mike, Whiskey, and hi to Mike, MTV, and Oscar, and all the other members of the Moncton Club here that comes on Wednesday night there. In fact, we saw each other this morning at the clubhouse. Good little turnout there. Thanks, Robert, for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in. Everybody have a safe week, and best of 7-3 from VE9 GCS.
VE9 GCS, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Ross, well, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening, 7-3. And next on the list is VE9 PAL. Paul, come on in.
Yeah, VE9 RMJ, this is VE9 PAL. How you doing there, Robert? And Ross and Mike and Whiskey and Mike Whiskey and everybody else on the net there. Yeah, 12 degrees here, pitch black. Well, you know, it's gonna be nice tomorrow, 20 degrees. But that's unreal. That's beautiful. Other than that, yeah, I think digital, for some reason, the internet there doesn't take much to, I try to vote 4 times to get in, but anyway, we'll get in one way or another. Anyway, you guys all take care, have a great week. V9 PAL.
Oh, VE9 PAL, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Paul, well, I'm glad you made it in there. So try to give as many calls as I can, and with the delay too, it's easy to get stepped on and things like that too. Yeah, thanks for checking in, and have a good evening, 7-3. Okay, now first round of New Brunswick is done. We're going to go to Nova Scotia. So first round, anyone in Nova Scotia would like to check in on the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
Echo 1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 Zulu Bravo.
VE1 WIN.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey, V1 JW.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Delta.
Okay, let's see what we have here so far. We have VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 WIN, VE1 Juliet Whiskey, and VE1 Juliet Papa Delta. Any other Nova Scotia stations I missed?
Victor Echo 1, Delta Alpha Delta.
You want DAD? Any other Nova Scotia stations?
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. Fine. I know something wrong on my end or not.
Okay, I added VE1 JBL, and good thing I was looking at the screen. I see VE1 DES. I just heard you say if you're having problems or not, but we got to that time. Anyway, must be some internet issues out there or something. Okay, we'll try once more then, since people are having a hard time getting in. Nova Scotia stations. Okay, hearing nothing, then we must have got them all. VE1 Zulu Bravo. Come on in, Mike.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 Zulu Bravo, okay, Robert, and hello to everybody on the net tonight. And we've seen you there a little bit earlier. It looked like you were having fun slinging hot dogs and hamburgers there, and it was kind of a fun time there with the kids and going through the school and all that good stuff. And anyways, can't think of anything else I can comment about there. So that seems to be rolling along pretty good. I did hear you and Paul PAL double there once, and I think that's one time I know that you probably missed them. So, anyways, thanks for doing that tonight, Robert. VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Oh, VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Mike. Yeah, it was good seeing you there, and I got the smoke clear out of my eyes from the barbecue, and good stuff. Thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a good evening. 7-3. All right, next we go to VE1WIN. Peter, come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Robert. Robert for the net, just to check in for the net. And back to Net Controller. We have a great week, and we'll catch you all next week from somewhere. I don't know where I'll be next week. It's hit and miss with me. It might be New Brunswick next week, I think. But back to Net Controller. We have a great evening.
VE1WIN, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Peter? Well, you take care, and 7-3. Thanks for checking. Next we go to VE1 Juliet Whiskey. Eric, come on in.
Hey, good evening, Robert and everybody on the net. Well, I missed last week. We were out in Alberta for a few days to visit our daughter and 2 granddaughters and son-in-law. So we had a nice Thanksgiving and a birthday party for the oldest granddaughter, turned 19. So hard to believe, growing up fast. And we got home about lunchtime today, I guess, from the airport. So we're home and settled back in, and I don't know, probably close to being normal again, but close as we can get. Other than that, nothing else too startling. Just listening with interest. VE1 Jacob.
VE1 RMG. Okay, Eric. Well, thanks for stopping in and giving us a check for the book. You have yourself a good evening. 7-3. Now the next station, hopefully I copied the call sign correctly. Looks like the first time working you here. Victor Echo 1 Juliet Papa Delta. Come on in. Is there a VE1 Juliet Papa Delta out there that checked in? Come on in.
Rob, it was Juliet Delta Papa. Juliet Delta Papa.
All right, little sick here tonight. Okay, VE1 Juliet Delta Papa. Come on in. Okay, not hearing anything. We'll go to Victor Echo 1 Delta Alpha Delta. David, come on in.
Good evening, Robert, and everybody on frequency. Beautiful day here in the public hills here in Southwest Nova Scotia. So I really got no traffic just to check in, so thanks for taking me in. 70 degrees.
V1 DAD, VE1 RMG. Okay, David. Well, thanks for checking and have a good evening. 7-3. Next we go to VE1 Julia Bravo Lima. Jim, come on in.
VE1 RMJ, the Maritime Fusion at VE1 JBL. Good evening, Robert, and all on frequency. And yeah, that was right. VE1 JPD, Justin did check in. Robert, I had him down here too. So, but anyways, he must have maybe got called away or the portable died or something there. But that was Justin on there. Anyways, nothing much to report. Robert, just a check in, and we're monitoring here. So. Back to net control. The VE1 RMJ from VE1 JBL, Jim English Bridge, 7-3.
Oh, VE1 JBL, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Jim, thanks. Maybe you're the one typing in the repeater chat room there. So, yeah, I seen that there. So I have him back in here on the list. Got him on the bottom of the list. One more station, and we'll try him once more. All right, have a good evening. 7-3, Jim. All right, next is a VE1 DES. Don, come on in.
Hey, VE1 DES, control. Not much to report. I think my problem is I don't live long enough to repeat something. Pull back. In. Has anybody mentioned about the market in over the 15? Quickly. Back to net control. DES.
VE1 DES, VE1 RMJ. Had a little drop out there with you. Is that the Greenwood Flea Market?
Yeah, Greenwood Flea Market coming on the 15th of October. I don't know what time it starts, but most folks, just a reminder.
All right, Don. Yeah, thanks for that reminder there. You take care and have a good evening. 7-3. All right, we're going to try once more for Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Delta. Justin, are you there? Come on in. Okay, hearing anything there. So that's first rounds for the Maritimes. So now we're going to look for anybody outside of the Maritimes that would like to check in. Anybody outside the Maritimes, please call now. Okay, I'm only seeing tonight just a couple nodes outside the area, so we'll try once more, and then we'll get them on the second round. Anybody outside the Maritimes would like to check in, please call now. All right, hearing nothing, we will go back to Prince Edward. See if we can get some Prince Edward Islanders in here. Please call now. And one more try. Anyone from PEI that would like to check into the Fusion Net, please call now. Okay, not hearing anything, we will go back to New Brunswick. New Brunswick stations, please call now.
Nine Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, 59 PIN.
For I have VE9 VEA and VE9 PIN and the other New Brunswick stations. Hearing any more, we will go to VE9 VEA. Vern, come on in.
Yeah, VE1 RMJ. Wednesday Night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Mr. Robert. And good evening to all fine, outstanding hams on frequency there for sure. Well, Robert, it's a real great to hear your melodious tones coming out of the box right there tonight, and you're doing a fine job as usual. So, just keep up the good work. Outside of that, we get in pretty well from the start, and we're learning better now. We're getting more used to something there, and it was the first time I check in now. I'm having pretty good luck there, so I guess I'll have to keep up what I'm doing and go from there. Anyhow, just coming in to say hello to everybody on frequency. A big hello to the pin man up there in Evanston coming in behind me there, and everybody else coming in behind me. So, Robert, we're going no traffic, and we're not going to hold it up. Thanks for calling us in. Thanks for doing the net. And thanks for putting up with my foolishness for another week. Hopefully we'll be around next week to aggravate the airways again. 7-3s, everybody. 7-3s, Robert. Bye-bye.
VE9, VEA, VE1, RMJ. Okay, Vern. Well, yeah, you're coming in really good. So the setup's working well tonight, and it's always great to hear you. You take care, and 7-3. Okay, next station we have here is VE9 PIN. Bert, come on in.
Good evening, everyone. Up here in Edmonton, it's clear 14 degrees. Very nice. It was a very nice day. Only worked Monday this week there. The crews were all over the Atlantic, so we don't have equipment to work with. And that's about that. So have a pleasant evening, everyone, and a good rest of the week.
VE9 PIN, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Bert. Well, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a good evening, 7-3. All right, now we go to second call for stations in Nova Scotia. So any more stations in Nova Scotia that would like to check in, please call now.
Victor Echo 1, India, Quebec.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray, V1ZX.
All right, I had VE1IQ, VE1KEV, and VE1 Zulu X-ray. Was there any other Nova Scotia stations in there? All right, not hearing any. We will go to the top of the list, and we have VE1, let's see, VE1IQ. Brian, come on in.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 IQ. Good evening, Robert. And not a half bad day and not a half bad evening, too. And a couple of bright stars, or actually planets, going to be visible in the southeast of the sky about any time now. And outside of that, nothing else. Take care. Hopefully you will see a lot of people that I know up at the flea market on Saturday. VE1 India.
Oh, VE1IQ, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Brian, well, thanks for checking in. And, yeah, hopefully you guys get a good turnout down there at the Greenwood Flea Market. 7-3, and have a good evening. All right, next we got VE1KEV. Kevin, come on in.
Yeah, very good evening, Rob. V1 RMJ for the Wednesday Night Fusion Net. V1 Kilo Echo Victor. Good evening there, and Greeting to all on the net there tonight. Brian going out the door and Brad coming up there behind us and all the others there. Like Brian said, it was a gorgeous day, that's for sure. And we're still sitting at, 11 degrees here now in the evening here. So anyway, this is certainly a nice day. And I think I heard like somewhere around 20 degrees tomorrow. So we'll certainly take it. That's for sure. So anyway, nothing else really here to report, Robert. You're doing a good job there, and thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in there as well, and you have yourself a great rest of the night and a great week there. B1RMJ, B1 Kilo Echo Victor. 7-3, Rob.
V1KEV, VE1RMJ. Okay, Kevin, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. And next on the list is a VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Brad, come on in.
V1 RMJ, V1 Zulu X-Ray. Very good evening, Rob, Kevin, Brian in there, and the rest of the crew. Yeah, it was a nice day here, too, and I guess it's going to be nicer tomorrow there, so we deserve it there, hi. We're checking in on V1 USR here, Rob, in 2 Island Parisbro. Thanks for checking me in there. Thanks for doing that. V1 RMJ, V1 Zulu X-Ray.
VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Brad, yep, coming in good there on your repeater, and great to hear you in there. Have yourself a good evening. 7-3. All right, that's the bottom of the list again. So we're going to open it up to anybody, anywhere. Anybody, anywhere would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Delta Echo November.
Okay, we got VE9 DEN. Was there any other stations anywhere? All right, not hearing any more. VE9 DEN. Come on in, Denny.
Good evening, Robert. Good evening to all. No traffic from Dalhousie. Beautiful day. Beautiful evening. It's quiet, except for the cars. But it was a beautiful day. So thanks for doing the net. Hello to everyone aboard from VE9 DEN, Denny here in Dalhousie. Portable.
VE9 DN, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Denny, thanks for checking in. You have a nice day down here in Oxford as well. Have yourself a good evening. 7-3. All right, we're still got plenty of time. We're at 24 check-ins, and I got lots of room here on the page for some more. So anybody, anywhere wish to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, please call now.
Echo 9, Golf India Sierra Mobile.
VE9 GIS. Misha, come on in. Mobile.
Just give me a count. I'm in line for Costco gas, and I thought I can turn this puppy on. And hey, I heard net.
VE9 GIS. VE1 RMJ. Okay, Misha. Well, hey, we always appreciate more check-ins. So thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening. 7-3.
73, VE9 GIS, Demondre.
Okay, so we still have some time left, but it's winding down. So I will issue a second last call for anybody anywhere wishing to check in. Please call now. All right, still not hearing anything, so looks like it's going to be an early net here. We'll issue our last call. Last call for anyone anywhere wishing to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Now's your chance. Well, still didn't hear anything. We'll give it one more shot. One more chance here. Anybody, anywhere, please call now. All right. Well, we'll leave it at that. With 25 check-ins tonight. Good weather today. Everyone must be out of the shack here. Hi. Alrighty. We'd like to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight's net. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. A recap of the net will be included in the reminder next week. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike Alpha Alpha Romeo Charlie Alpha, and click on Club Activity/Nets. Now that the net has concluded, the CQ Maritimes room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet signing off. Good night, all.
Good night, Ralph. Great job as usual. 7-3.
Yeah, thanks, Vern. You have a good one. 7-3. The E1 RMJ is clear moderate.